The African savanna stretches endlessly beneath a golden sunrise, its vast plains a living tapestry of life and death. Here every dawn signals the start of a relentless contest for survival, where only the most resourceful endure. The golden grasslands, dotted with acacia trees and winding rivers, are home to a complex web of interdependent species, each playing a vital role in the ecosystem's delicate balance. In this unforgiving landscape, survival is not simply a matter of brute force or blinding speed. It is a test of intelligence, adaptability, and above all, the ability to work together with precision and purpose. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest herbivore, must remain vigilant, for the savanna is a stage where predator and prey are locked in an eternal dance. Among the savanna's most extraordinary predators are the African wild dogs, also known as painted wolves or Lycaon pictus. Their coats, a patchwork of ochre, black and white, are as unique as fingerprints, providing both camouflage and identity within the pack. Each individual's markings are distinct, allowing for instant recognition among pack members, but it is their remarkable social structure and teamwork that truly distinguish them from all other carnivores. Unlike the solitary leopard or the pride-bound lion, wild dogs are the ultimate team players. Their success is built on unity, discipline, and a level of cooperation rarely seen in the animal kingdom. Every member has a role, and every hunt is a carefully orchestrated operation. The pack's cohesion is so strong that even the youngest pups are included in the group's activities, learning the intricacies of pack life from an early age. At the heart of each pack is an experienced alpha pair, one male, one female, whose leadership is respected by all. The pack is a close-knit family, often consisting of siblings, offspring, and even adopted members. Communication is constant and sophisticated, a symphony of high-pitched twittering calls, subtle ear flicks, tail wags, and body postures. These signals maintain cohesion, coordinate movement, and reinforce social bonds. Grooming and play further strengthen relationships, ensuring that trust and loyalty run deep within the group. When the hunt begins, the pack transforms into a single fluid organism. Their strategy is a masterclass in endurance and coordination. Wild dogs employ a relay system, taking turns to chase, harry, and exhaust their quarry. They fan out, anticipating escape routes, and use their acute senses to communicate the prey's every move. Each member is attuned to the others, responding instantly to subtle cues and changes in direction. Their stamina is legendary. Wild dogs can maintain speeds of up to 37 miles per hour for several kilometers, relentlessly pursuing their target until it collapses from sheer exhaustion. This endurance hunting is one of the most successful strategies in the animal world, with a kill rate that far surpasses that of lions or leopards. The pack's ability to cover vast distances, adapt to changing conditions, and outlast their prey is a testament to their evolutionary refinement. As the prey falters, the pack closes in from all sides, attacking with astonishing speed and coordination. Even animals much larger than themselves, wildebeest, impala or kudu, are no match for the pack's relentless assault. Each dog knows its place, and the kill is swift, minimizing suffering and maximizing efficiency. The pack's precision ensures that the hunt is not only successful, but also as humane as possible in the wild's harsh reality. Yet the savanna is fraught with danger. Wild dogs must constantly defend their territory and their vulnerable pups from formidable rivals. Lions, hyenas and leopards are ever-present threats, capable of decimating entire litters or stealing hard-won kills. The pack's vigilance and unity are their only defence. They rely on sentinels to keep watch, and at the first sign of danger, the entire group mobilizes to protect their own. In the face of danger, wild dogs rally together, forming a living shield around their young and injured. Their defensive tactics are as coordinated as their hunts. Standing shoulder to shoulder, they present a united front that can deter even the most determined predator. The pack's ability to adapt its formation and tactics to the threat at hand is a remarkable display of collective intelligence and courage. The social bonds within a pack are profound. After a successful hunt, food is shared equitably, with pups and nursing mothers fed first. Even the sick and elderly are cared for, a rare trait among predators. Adults will regurgitate food for those unable to feed themselves, ensuring that no member is left behind. This deep cooperation and loyalty are the keys to their survival, ensuring that the painted wolves remain one of Africa's most successful and enigmatic hunters. Masters of strategy, endurance, and unity in the wild heart of the savannah. Their story is one of resilience, adaptation, and the extraordinary power of family in the animal kingdom. Across the sprawling, sun-drenched savannas of Africa, a timeless drama unfolds between two of the continent's most iconic species, the wild dog, also known as the African painted wolf, and the wildebeest. This confrontation is not merely a contest of strength or speed, but a profound demonstration of evolutionary arms races, where predator and prey have over countless generations refined their behaviours, strategies and physical adaptations to survive in one of the world's most challenging environments. The African wild dog stands out as one of the most formidable and efficient predators on the continent, celebrated for its remarkable stamina, acute intelligence and, above all, its unparalleled ability to coordinate as a pack. The wild dog's hunting strategy is a marvel of collective intelligence and tactical precision. The hunt begins with a period of careful surveillance as the pack silently observes the wildebeest herd from a distance. Each member of the pack is attuned to the subtlest cues, an uneven gait, a calf lagging behind, or a momentary lapse in the herd's tight formation. Once a potential target is identified, the pack springs into action, fanning out in a coordinated maneuver designed to create confusion and panic within the herd. Communication among the dogs is highly sophisticated, relying on a complex system of body postures, ear positions, and high-pitched vocalizations that allow them to synchronize their movements with astonishing accuracy. The wildebeest, meanwhile, are far from defenseless. Their primary line of defense lies in the strength of the herd. At the first sign of danger, adult wildebeest, especially mothers and dominant males, instinctively form a defensive phalanx, presenting a formidable barrier of sharp horns and powerful bodies. Calves and weaker individuals are quickly ushered to the centre of this living fortress, shielded from the predators by a wall of muscle and bone. This collective defence is a testament to the wildebeest's social cohesion and is often the deciding factor in whether an attack succeeds or fails. The wild dogs, undeterred, employ a relentless and highly organised pursuit. Through a series of feints, rapid dashes and strategic pressure, they seek to fragment the herd and isolate a vulnerable individual. Once a wildebeest is separated, the true test of endurance begins. Wild dogs are renowned for their ability to run at high speeds for extended periods, often covering several kilometres in a single chase. The pack operates in a relay system, with individuals taking turns at the front to maintain relentless pressure on the fleeing prey. This methodical approach exhausts the wildebeest, gradually wearing it down until it can no longer keep up the pace. The principle of safety in numbers is vividly illustrated during these encounters. Wildebeest instinctively cluster together, their synchronized movements and collective vigilance making it exponentially more difficult for predators to single out a target. The herd's unity is its greatest strength, and any individual that strays too far from the group faces immediate peril. Stragglers, whether due to age, injury or inexperience, are at the highest risk. Once isolated, their chances of survival diminish rapidly as the wild dogs close in. When the pack finally corners a lone wildebeest, their attack is executed with ruthless efficiency. Each member of the pack has a specific role. Some distract and harry the prey, darting in to nip at its legs and flanks, while others position themselves to block any escape routes. The kill itself is swift, designed to minimize the risk of injury to the dogs and to secure the meal before other predators or scavengers arrive. The wild dog's teamwork is a product of deep social bonds and a strict hierarchy, with each individual contributing to the success of the hunt. Despite the wild dog's formidable tactics, wildebeest are not easy prey. Their agility, powerful hind legs, and unpredictable movements can disrupt even the most coordinated attack. A sudden burst of speed, a sharp turn, or a well-timed kick can scatter the dogs and provide the wildebeest with a crucial window to escape. In some cases, a determined charge by an adult wildebeest can break the pack's formation, forcing the predators to regroup and reassess their strategy. When adult wildebeest unite, forming an impenetrable barrier of horns and bodies, the wild dogs are faced with a daunting challenge. The risk of injury from a powerful horn is significant, and even the most determined pack will hesitate before launching a direct assault on such a formidable defense. This standoff is a testament to the wildebeest's resilience and the effectiveness of collective action in the face of danger. In these tense standoffs, the balance of power can shift in an instant. A united herd, standing firm, can drive the predators away and restore order to the plains. The wild dogs, ever pragmatic and adaptive, will retreat when the odds are not in their favour, conserving their energy and resources for future opportunities. This dynamic interplay ensures that neither side gains a permanent advantage, maintaining the delicate equilibrium of the ecosystem. These encounters are not merely battles for survival, they are vital ecological interactions that shape the very fabric of the savannah. Wild dogs play a crucial role in regulating wildebeest populations, ensuring that only the fittest individuals survive and preventing overgrazing of the grasslands. In turn, the constant threat posed by predators drives the evolution of ever more sophisticated defensive behaviours and social structures within wildebeest herds. The relationship between wild dogs and wildebeest is a profound example of the power of teamwork and adaptation in the natural world. Both species rely on intricate social systems with knowledge and skills passed down through generations. Each hunt is a lesson in strategy and cooperation, while each successful defense is a testament to the strength of unity and collective will. Ultimately, the ongoing struggle between wild dogs and wildebeest is a defining feature of the African plains, a relentless, ever-evolving contest that ensures the health, diversity and vitality of the ecosystem. It is a story of survival, ingenuity and the enduring balance of nature, where every encounter shapes the future of both predator and prey. In the vast, sun-drenched expanses of Africa's savannah, few encounters are as charged with tension and drama as those between wild dogs and lions. These meetings are not mere skirmishes, they are intricate, high-stakes confrontations shaped by the primal forces of instinct, intelligence and the relentless demands of survival. Each species brings its own unique strengths and strategies to the table, resulting in a dynamic interplay that has evolved over millennia. Lions, the undisputed apex predators of the savannah, command respect through sheer size, power, and an unyielding presence. Their aggression toward wild dogs is not motivated by hunger, but by the imperative to defend territory and resources. When a pride of lions detects the presence of a wild dog pack, they respond with immediate and overwhelming force, seeking to drive out these agile competitors and secure their domain. The wild dogs, in turn, are acutely aware of the threat posed by lions, and their every move is calculated to minimize risk while maximizing opportunity. A single adult lion, with its formidable mass and explosive strength, can scatter an entire pack of wild dogs with a single thunderous roar or a sudden aggressive charge. This is not simply an act of brute force. It is a calculated display of dominance, a psychological tactic that leverages the lion's reputation and physical prowess to instill fear and confusion. Wild dogs, despite their numbers and coordination, are forced to retreat in the face of such overwhelming power, their survival instincts overriding their natural boldness. Yet, wild dogs are renowned for their extraordinary teamwork, communication and courage. When confronted by a lion, the pack will often attempt to stand its ground, forming a defensive circle and using coordinated movements to confuse and deter the larger predator. Their high-pitched vocalizations, rapid tail movements and synchronized feints are all part of a sophisticated strategy designed to protect the group. However, even the most disciplined and united pack is ultimately no match for the raw strength and unpredictable aggression of a lion, and the risk of injury or death is ever present. The gravest danger arises when a wild dog becomes separated from its pack. Without the collective vigilance and protection of the group, a lone wild dog is exposed and vulnerable. Lions, ever alert to such opportunities, will exploit any weakness in the pack's formation. A solitary wild dog, caught unaware or unable to rejoin its companions, faces almost certain death in the jaws of a lion. Such encounters are swift and brutal, a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of life on the savannah. The loss of a single member is a devastating blow for wild dogs, whose social bonds are among the most profound in the animal kingdom. The pack's intricate social structure relies on cooperation, mutual care, and shared responsibilities. The death of a pack member can disrupt hunting efficiency, weaken the group's defenses, and even threaten the long-term survival of the entire pack. Mourning rituals, such as sniffing and licking the site of loss, underscore the depth of their connection and the emotional toll exacted by these encounters. Even after a successful hunt, wild dogs remain at risk. Lions frequently engage in kleptoparasitism, using their superior strength and intimidating presence to steal the hard-won kills of wild dogs. This relentless pressure forces wild dogs to hunt more often, expend greater energy, and take ever-increasing risks. The constant threat of losing their prey to lions is a major factor shaping the behavior, movement and survival strategies of wild dog packs across the savannah. To survive in this perilous environment, wild dogs rely on acute senses and unwavering vigilance. Their large, rounded ears are finely tuned to detect the faintest sounds, while their keen eyesight and sense of smell allow them to monitor the movements of both prey and potential threats. Packs are constantly on the move, adjusting their routes and tactics in response to the presence of lions. At the first hint of danger, they can change direction mid-hunt, vanish into the tall grass or regroup in defensive formations, demonstrating remarkable adaptability and cohesion. On rare occasions, the balance of power shifts. When wild dogs gather in large numbers and employ sophisticated tactics, they can sometimes harass and even drive away a solitary lion. Through relentless feints, coordinated attacks and unyielding pressure, the pack can force a lion to retreat, at least temporarily. However, such victories are fleeting, and the ever-present risk of a sudden counterattack means that wild dogs must remain alert and ready to withdraw at a moment's notice. The savannah is a place where fortunes can change in an instant, and a single miscalculation can prove fatal. Ultimately, survival in the African savannah is a delicate balance of courage, caution, and adaptability. For wild dogs, the ability to read the landscape, anticipate danger, and make split-second decisions is the key to enduring the constant threat posed by lions. Knowing when to stand firm and when to vanish into the grass can mean the difference between life and death. Through generations of hard-fought encounters, wild dogs have honed their instincts and strategies, ensuring that their remarkable story continues to unfold amidst the timeless drama of the wild. On the vast, sun-drenched plains of Africa, the Cape buffalo stands as a living fortress, an embodiment of raw power and unyielding resilience. These colossal herbivores, weighing up to 1,000 kilograms, are among the most formidable animals on the continent. Their bodies are heavily muscled, their hides thick and scarred from countless battles, and their horns, fused at the base into a massive, helmet-like boss, form an almost impenetrable shield against frontal assaults. The Cape buffalo's reputation for unpredictable aggression is legendary. They are known to charge with little warning, and their collective defence is a force few predators dare to challenge. Yet the African wild dog, though dwarfed in size and strength, possesses a unique arsenal of its own. These predators, weighing a mere fraction of their quarry, are masters of coordination and endurance. Their hunting strategy is a marvel of evolution. Rather than relying on brute force, wild dogs employ speed, stamina, and an extraordinary level of teamwork. Communication is constant and sophisticated, with high-pitched calls, subtle body language, and even synchronized movements allowing the pack to function as a single, fluid entity. When targeting Cape buffalo, wild dogs focus on the herd's periphery, seeking out calves or weakened adults, those most vulnerable to separation. The wild dog's approach is never direct. Instead, they execute a classic divide-and-conquer maneuver. The pack spreads out, encircling the herd with calculated precision, probing for any sign of weakness or hesitation. Their movements are swift and coordinated, each member aware of its role in the unfolding strategy. When a calf or an infirm adult strays even slightly from the protective mass, the dogs surge forward, isolating their target with relentless feints and quick surgical bites to the legs and flanks. This harassment is designed to exhaust and disorient, gradually wearing down the buffalo's defences. The risks for the wild dogs are immense and ever-present. A single miscalculation, a moment's hesitation, or a poorly timed advance can prove fatal. The Cape buffalo's charge is a sudden explosion of power, and a well-placed horn can kill or maim even the most agile attacker. Mothers in particular are renowned for their ferocity. They will launch themselves headlong into the pack, scattering the dogs with sheer force and unwavering determination. In some of the most dramatic encounters, buffalo cows form a living shield around their young, their eyes blazing with intensity as they face down the encroaching predators. Despite the overwhelming odds, the wild dog's persistence is nothing short of legendary. If they succeed in separating a calf from the herd, the pack closes in with astonishing speed and precision. The chaos of a stampede often works to their advantage, as the herd's instinct to flee can inadvertently leave the vulnerable behind. In these moments, the wild dog's coordination is on full display. Each member blocks escape routes, harasses the target from all sides, and anticipates the movements of both prey and fellow pack members. The hunt becomes a test of endurance, agility, and collective intelligence. The Cape buffalo's primary defense lies in unity, tight formation, and collective strength. When the herd stands firm, forming an impenetrable wall of horns and muscle, even the most determined pack can be held at bay. However, under the relentless pressure of the wild dogs, cracks can appear. The predators exploit any gap, darting in to deliver quick bites before retreating to safety. Occasionally the herd regroups in time, rescuing the isolated calf and driving the attackers away. But when panic sets in, The wild dog's audacity and relentless harassment can shatter even the most disciplined defense, leaving the vulnerable exposed. By focusing their efforts on the weakest members, wild dogs transform the buffalo's size and strength into a liability. The larger animals, though powerful, struggle to maneuver quickly, and their sheer bulk can hinder their ability to protect the young. The wild dog's agility, speed, and relentless harassment gradually wear down their prey, both physically and psychologically. Over time, exhaustion sets in, and the isolated calf becomes increasingly vulnerable to the pack's coordinated assault. Intelligence and adaptability are the wild dog's greatest assets. They learn from each encounter, refining their tactics in real time. In some of the rarest and most remarkable footage, packs are seen employing decoy strategies. One group distracts the adults with feigned attacks, while another silently circles behind to cut off escape. This level of cooperation and cunning allows these medium-sized hunters to challenge even the most formidable giants of the savannah. Every member of the pack is vital, each playing a specific role in the unfolding drama of the hunt. The outcome of these epic confrontations is never predetermined. Sometimes the unity and determination of the buffalo herd prevail, forcing the wild dogs to retreat and regroup. At other times, the relentless pursuit and strategic brilliance of the pack result in a hard-won meal. In the unforgiving landscape of the African savannah, even the mightiest can fall to a united, determined pack. The battle between Cape buffalo and wild dogs is a testament to the power of strategy, cooperation, and the relentless drive for survival that defines life in the wild. Deep within the vast, untamed expanses of Africa, a relentless rivalry plays out between two of the continent's most iconic predators, the African wild dog and the leopard. Though they share overlapping territories, their methods, social structures and survival strategies are strikingly different, setting the stage for some of the most dramatic and complex interactions in the animal kingdom. This ongoing contest is not merely a battle for food, but a profound demonstration of adaptation, intelligence, and the intricate balance of nature's design. The leopard, a solitary and supremely adaptable hunter, is the embodiment of stealth and patience. Its rosette-patterned coat provides near-perfect camouflage in the dappled light of the bush, allowing it to move with ghost-like silence through dense undergrowth and tall grasses. Every muscle is honed for the art of ambush. The leopard's hunting technique is a masterclass in precision. It stalks its prey with calculated slowness, closing the distance until a sudden explosive burst of speed brings it within striking range. Its jaws, armed with powerful canines, are capable of delivering a fatal bite in seconds. When a wild dog becomes isolated from its pack, the leopard seizes the opportunity, relying on its agility and strength to subdue even the most vigilant adversary. This ambush strategy enables the leopard to target a wide range of prey, from small antelope to the occasional wild dog, and even to outmaneuver the quick reflexes of its canine rivals, if only for a fleeting moment. In stark contrast, the African wild dog is defined by its extraordinary social cohesion and teamwork. Living in highly organized packs, wild dogs communicate through a sophisticated array of vocalizations, body language, and even subtle facial expressions. Their hunts are meticulously coordinated, with each member playing a specific role, some driving prey towards waiting ambushes, others flanking or blocking escape routes. When a threat emerges, such as a leopard attempting to single out a vulnerable individual, the pack's response is immediate and unified. Wild dogs will rush to the aid of a packmate, forming a protective barrier and launching a collective counterattack. This unwavering solidarity often overwhelms solitary predators, forcing even the most determined leopard to abandon its ambush and retreat in the face of superior numbers and relentless aggression. When direct confrontations erupt, The outcome is often determined by sheer force of numbers and the wild dog's remarkable coordination. A leopard, despite its formidable strength and agility, is no match for the combined might of a determined pack. In these high-stakes encounters, wild dogs employ strategic positioning, encircling the leopard and cutting off avenues of escape. The pressure is relentless, and the leopard is frequently compelled to relinquish its hard-earned kill. Such scenes are a testament to the wild dog's tactical prowess and their ability to seize opportunities through collective action, often turning the tables on their solitary rival and claiming the spoils for themselves. Territorial disputes between these two predators are frequent and intense. Wild dogs are fiercely territorial, patrolling and defending vast home ranges with unwavering vigilance. When a leopard encroaches upon their domain, it is swiftly detected and pursued. These chases are not merely about securing a meal. They are contests for dominance, territory, and the right to exist within a fiercely competitive landscape. Both wild dogs and leopards risk serious injury, and sometimes even death, in these dramatic encounters. The outcome of such clashes can influence the distribution of both species across the savannah, shaping the very structure of the ecosystem. The leopard's remarkable agility and climbing ability provide a crucial means of escape when confronted by an overwhelming pack. In moments of peril, the leopard ascends into the safety of the trees, an arena where wild dogs cannot follow. Here the leopard finds a temporary sanctuary, able to rest and recover while the pack waits below. However, this reprieve is often short-lived. Wild dogs are known for their patience and persistence, sometimes waiting for hours beneath a tree, hoping for a misstep or a dropped meal. The standoff is a test of endurance, with both predator and pack locked in a silent battle of wills. Food theft is a constant threat in this dynamic rivalry. Leopards, acutely aware of the ever-present danger posed by wild dogs, often drag their kills high into the branches to keep them out of reach. This behavior is a direct response to the wild dog's opportunism and persistence. Yet, even in the trees, safety is not guaranteed. A single slip, a carcass tumbling from the branches, can instantly transform the leopard's hard-earned meal into a feast for the waiting pack below. The wild dog's patience and keen senses frequently pay off, allowing them to capitalize on any mistake and secure a valuable source of nourishment. The competition for food does not end in the treetops. When a leopard senses the approach of a wild dog pack, it must act with lightning speed, descending from its perch to reclaim its kill before the dogs arrive. These moments are a blur of movement and calculation, with both predators acutely aware that hesitation can mean the difference between a meal and starvation. The ensuing race is a testament to the razor-sharp instincts and physical prowess of both species, each striving to outmaneuver the other in a high-stakes contest for survival. Such encounters underscore a fundamental truth of the African wilderness. Even the most skilled and powerful solitary hunter must respect the collective strength of the pack. The wild dog's superior numbers, coordination, and unwavering loyalty force leopards to constantly adapt their strategies, seeking new ways to secure food and avoid confrontation. This ongoing arms race of adaptation and counter-adaptation drives the evolution of both species, shaping their behaviors and interactions in profound ways. Survival in this fiercely competitive environment demands a delicate balance of aggression and caution. Both wild dogs and leopards are masters of risk assessment, making split-second decisions that can mean the difference between life and death. Sometimes, the most prudent choice is to retreat, conserving energy and avoiding unnecessary injury. These moments of mutual withdrawal are as telling as the most dramatic confrontations, revealing the deep intelligence and adaptability of both species. The wild dog's greatest strengths are its unity endurance, and relentless pursuit. Packs can run down prey over vast distances, relying on stamina and teamwork to exhaust their quarry. The leopard, by contrast, is a master of stealth, agility, and explosive power, traits that make it a formidable ambush predator. Each species has evolved to exploit different ecological niches, minimizing direct competition, but ensuring that their paths inevitably cross in the ongoing struggle for survival. Ultimately, the rivalry between wild dogs and leopards is a driving force in the African ecosystem. Their ongoing contest for territory, food, and survival shapes the very fabric of the savannah, influencing the distribution and behavior of countless other species. This dynamic interplay of strategy, adaptation, and raw instinct ensures the continued vitality and balance of Africa's wild heart, where every encounter is a testament to the enduring power and complexity of nature. Along the winding arteries of Africa's great rivers, two of the continent's most formidable creatures reign supreme, the Nile crocodile and the hippopotamus. These ancient adversaries have shared these waters for millennia, their interactions shaping the very ecosystem around them. The riverbanks and shallows become arenas where power, patience, and primal instinct are on constant display. The Nile crocodile, armoured in ancient scales and equipped with a crushing bite, is a master of stealth and patience. Lurking beneath the surface, it waits for the perfect moment to strike, often targeting the most vulnerable members of a hippo herd, calves that stray too far from their mothers. Yet, even the crocodile's legendary ambush skills are tested by the vigilance and sheer size of the hippopotamus. When a crocodile dares to attack, the response from the hippos is immediate and ferocious. Adult hippos, weighing up to 3,000 kilograms, form a living wall around their young. Their massive jaws, capable of snapping bone with a single bite, become weapons of defense. A single charge from an enraged hippo can send even the largest crocodile fleeing for its life. The hippopotamus is not only a formidable opponent due to its size and strength, but also because of its social structure. Hippos are highly territorial, especially in the water, and will defend their stretch of river with relentless aggression. Their bellows echo across the floodplains, a warning to all intruders, crocodile or otherwise, that this domain is fiercely guarded. Within the pod, unity is strength. Hippos cluster together, their bodies forming an impenetrable barrier against predators. The dominant male patrols the perimeter, ever watchful for threats. Calves remain at the centre, shielded by the bulk of their mothers and aunts. This collective defence makes it nearly impossible for crocodiles to isolate and attack the young. For the crocodile, patience and calculation are essential. It must weigh every move, for a single misjudgment can result in a fatal encounter with a hippo's crushing jaws. Crocodiles often retreat when hippos approach, recognizing the futility of challenging a united pod. Instead, they bide their time, waiting for moments of vulnerability, perhaps a lone calf or an isolated adult. The river itself becomes a stage for these titans, where every encounter is a delicate balance of power. Sometimes crocodiles and hippos are seen mere meters apart, each aware of the other's presence, yet maintaining a wary truce. The dusk brings a heightened tension, as both species become more active and the boundaries of territory are tested. In these moments, survival hinges on mutual respect and acute awareness. The hippopotamus, with its unpredictable temperament and overwhelming force, commands the river. The crocodile, a master of patience and predation, adapts and endures. Their rivalry is a testament to the raw power and complexity of Africa's waterways, a perpetual contest where only the most cunning and resilient prevail. In the heart of Africa's untamed wilderness, three of the continent's most formidable giants, lions, hippos and rhinos, command the landscape with their sheer presence. Each species is a master of its domain, yet their territories often overlap, leading to encounters that are as unpredictable as they are dramatic. The intricate dynamics between these powerful animals shape the very fabric of the ecosystem, with every meeting a potential turning point in the ongoing struggle for dominance and survival. Lions, the apex predators of the savannah, are renowned for their strength, strategy, and social cohesion. While they typically hunt medium-sized ungulates, a pride may occasionally target a lone hippo, especially if it is isolated from water, injured, or otherwise vulnerable. Such an undertaking is fraught with risk, as the hippo's immense size, powerful jaws, and thick hide make it a daunting adversary. The lions must rely on coordinated tactics, attempting to exhaust and outmaneuver the hippo, but even then, success is far from guaranteed. The hippo, despite its seemingly cumbersome build, is one of Africa's most dangerous animals. Its territorial nature and explosive bursts of speed can turn the tide of any confrontation. When threatened, a hippo will open its jaws in a dramatic display, revealing tusks capable of inflicting fatal wounds. This show of force is often enough to deter even the boldest lions, who may abandon the hunt rather than risk serious injury. The hippo's resilience and raw power are legendary, and its ability to defend itself is a testament to its evolutionary success. Watering holes are critical resources in the African wilderness, and it is here that the paths of lions, hippos, and rhinos most frequently intersect. Rhinos, with their imposing size and formidable horns, are highly territorial and will not hesitate to challenge intruders. When a rhino and a hippo meet at the water's edge, a tense standoff often ensues. The rhino's speed and aggression on land give it the upper hand, while the hippo's dominance is most pronounced in the water. These confrontations are rarely fatal, but they are a powerful display of the animal's determination to defend their territory and resources. When a rhino charges, the force is immense, capable of toppling or severely injuring any animal in its path. Even a hippo, with its considerable bulk, will often yield to a determined rhino on land. The rhino's horn, a weapon evolved for both defense and dominance, is a clear deterrent. These displays of aggression serve not only to protect territory, but also to reinforce the social hierarchy among Africa's megafauna. The outcome of such encounters is dictated by a complex interplay of strength, confidence, and environmental advantage. In aquatic environments, the balance of power can shift dramatically. The hippo's agility and strength in water allow it to challenge even the mighty rhino, using its bulk to push and unbalance its rival. These rare aquatic confrontations are a testament to the adaptability and tenacity of both species. The outcome often depends on which animal can best exploit the terrain. On land, the rhino dominates. In water, the hippo reigns supreme. Such battles are a vivid illustration of the ever-changing dynamics that define life on the savannah. The terrain itself is a silent but decisive participant in these encounters. Open plains, dense thickets, riverbanks and watering holes each offer unique advantages and challenges. The outcome of a confrontation between lions, hippos and rhinos is often determined not just by brute strength, but by the ability to read and adapt to the environment. These animals are finely attuned to the subtleties of their habitat, using every feature of the landscape to their advantage in the ongoing contest for survival. Each of these giants possesses unique adaptations that have enabled them to thrive in Africa's challenging environment. The lion's social structure and hunting prowess, the hippo's aquatic dominance and formidable bite, and the rhino's armoured body and lethal horn all contribute to their status as icons of the wild. Their interactions are a complex dance of power, strategy, and instinct, with each species constantly testing the limits of its abilities against the others. In the grand theatre of the African wilderness, power is never absolute. Even the mightiest must sometimes yield, retreat or adapt in the face of formidable rivals. The ongoing interactions between lions, hippos and rhinos are a testament to the resilience, adaptability and complexity of life on the savannah. Every encounter is a lesson in the delicate balance of power where survival depends not only on strength, but on intelligence, strategy, and the ability to read the ever-changing landscape. Across the vast and unforgiving landscapes of Africa and the Americas, a select group of apex predators reign supreme. Lions, jaguars, hyenas, cheetahs and wild dogs each command their own territories, their lives defined by a perpetual contest for dominance, territory and survival. These super predators are not only masters of their environment, but also formidable rivals, their interactions shaping the very fabric of the ecosystems they inhabit. Each species possesses a unique arsenal of adaptations: physical prowess, social structure, hunting strategy, and behavioral intelligence that determines their place in the hierarchy of the wild. The rivalry between lions and hyenas is one of the most iconic and enduring in the animal kingdom. Lions, with their immense strength, social cohesion, and territorial instincts, often dominate the savannah. Hyenas, however, are not mere scavengers. They are highly intelligent social hunters, capable of taking down large prey and defending their kills with remarkable tenacity. When these two formidable forces meet, the outcome is determined by numbers, strategy, and the ever-present hunger that drives both. Hyenas use their superior stamina and relentless persistence to harass and outmaneuver lions, while lions rely on brute force and coordinated attacks to assert their dominance. These confrontations are often violent, with both sides suffering injuries in the struggle for food and territory. Lions, often referred to as the kings of the savannah, are unmatched in raw power. A single adult male can defend a carcass against a dozen hyenas using sheer size and aggression to maintain control. Yet hyenas are not easily deterred. Their social structure allows them to coordinate attacks, probing for weaknesses and exploiting any lapse in the lion's vigilance. In some cases, hyenas have been known to overwhelm isolated lions, especially if the pride is absent or outnumbered. These battles are not merely about food. They are contests of endurance, intelligence and willpower, with the balance of power shifting constantly. In the dense rainforests and riverine habitats of the Americas, the jaguar stands as the apex predator. Renowned for its extraordinary strength and stealth, the jaguar possesses the most powerful bite of any big cat, capable of crushing the skulls of armoured prey such as caimans and turtles. Unlike lions and hyenas, jaguars are solitary hunters, relying on ambush tactics and silent movement to surprise their quarry. Their territories are vast, and they are fiercely territorial, marking their domain with scent and vocalizations. While direct confrontations with other large predators are rare, jaguars will not hesitate to defend their kills or territory from intruders, including other jaguars. Their presence exerts a profound influence on the structure of the ecosystem, regulating prey populations and maintaining the balance of the rainforest. Cheetahs, the undisputed speedsters of the animal kingdom, are built for explosive acceleration and agility. Their lightweight frames, long limbs and specialized muscles allow them to reach speeds exceeding 100 kilometers per hour in short bursts. Unlike lions and hyenas, cheetahs are not equipped for prolonged fights or defending kills against larger predators. Instead, they rely on stealth, speed and precise timing to ambush their prey, typically medium-sized antelope. Cheetahs often hunt alone or in small coalitions, and their solitary nature makes them vulnerable to kleptoparasitism. Wild dogs and hyenas frequently steal cheetah kills, forcing the cheetah to abandon its hard-earned meal. This constant threat shapes the cheetah's behavior, driving it to hunt during times and in areas where competition is less intense. The presence of larger, more aggressive predators such as lions and hyenas imposes significant constraints on both cheetahs and wild dogs. These smaller predators must remain constantly vigilant, using their keen senses to detect danger and avoid direct confrontations. Cheetahs in particular are acutely aware of their vulnerability. A single encounter with a lion or hyena can result in injury or death. As a result, cheetahs often abandon kills at the first sign of trouble, prioritizing survival over sustenance. This dynamic creates a complex web of interactions, with each species adapting its behavior to minimize risk and maximize opportunity. Water sources are focal points for predator interactions, drawing multiple species into close proximity. Lions, hyenas, wild dogs, cheetahs and even crocodiles converge at riverbanks and waterholes, each seeking sustenance and opportunity. These encounters are fraught with tension, as the risk of ambush or confrontation is ever present. Predators must balance the need to drink and feed with the dangers posed by rivals and lurking crocodiles. The outcome of these standoffs is unpredictable, sometimes resulting in uneasy truces, other times erupting into violent clashes that can alter the balance of power in the region. Interspecies competition is a defining feature of life among apex predators. Every kill is a potential flashpoint, with multiple species vying for a share of the spoils. Power dynamics shift rapidly, as alliances form and dissolve in response to changing circumstances. Wild dogs excel at teamwork and persistence, hyenas at endurance and intimidation, lions at brute force and coordination, cheetahs at speed and stealth, and jaguars at solitary ambush. Each encounter is a high-stakes negotiation, with survival hanging in the balance. The life of an apex predator is fraught with peril. Injuries sustained in battles with rivals, failed hunts or territorial disputes can have lasting consequences. Even the most skilled and powerful hunters are not immune to the dangers of their environment. A limp, a torn ear, or a fresh scar tells the story of past conflicts, reminders that survival is never guaranteed and that every day brings new challenges. In the ever-changing world of the wild, adaptability is the key to survival. Lions, jaguars, hyenas, cheetahs and wild dogs must constantly refine their strategies, shifting territories, altering hunting techniques and responding to the movements of their rivals. The balance of power is never static. Each species must innovate, cooperate and persevere to secure its place at the top of the food chain. In this intricate dance of competition and coexistence, only the most resilient and resourceful predators endure. The African savannah is a living tapestry, woven from countless stories of survival, adaptation, and the relentless march of time. Here, every sunrise signals the beginning of a new battle, a daily contest where only the most resourceful, resilient and adaptive can hope to endure. Every creature, from the cunning wild dog to the towering elephant, faces a ceaseless struggle. Each day is a test of endurance, intelligence and instinct. The watering hole becomes a stage for both cooperation and conflict, as predators and prey alike must navigate the ever-present dangers of thirst, hunger and competition. Wild dogs thrive through unity and intricate teamwork, coordinating their movements with astonishing precision. Lions rely on the formidable strength and cohesion of their pride, while leopards depend on solitary stealth, blending seamlessly into the tall grasses. Hyenas draw power from their complex social clans, and cheetahs trust in their unmatched speed to outmaneuver both prey and rivals. Meanwhile, herds of herbivores must remain ever vigilant, their survival hinging on collective awareness and swift response to danger. Each species is a masterpiece of evolution, perfectly honed for its role in this unforgiving landscape. Every muscle, every instinct, every behavior has been shaped by millions of years of natural selection. The wild dog's stamina, the lion's power, the leopard's agility, the hyena's endurance, and the cheetah's explosive acceleration, all are testaments to nature's relentless drive for survival. Every encounter, whether a coordinated hunt, a fierce battle for territory, or a tense standoff at a kill, pushes these adaptations to their absolute limits. The savannah is a crucible, forging survivors through the fires of competition, scarcity, and ever-shifting alliances. The wild is both breathtaking and brutal, a realm where there are no true heroes or villains, only those who endure, adapt, and survive. Every life, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, is bound by the same unyielding laws of nature. The struggle for survival is not limited to the hunt. It is found in the desperate dash for water during drought, the protection of vulnerable young from lurking threats, and the constant search for safe grazing grounds. Every moment is fraught with risk, and every decision can mean the difference between life and death. In nature's grand drama, every sunrise marks a new chapter in the fight to endure, adapt, and thrive. The rhythm of life is dictated by the cycles of day and night, wet and dry, abundance and scarcity. Each species must anticipate and respond to these changes, or risk being left behind. For the African wild dog, this struggle is especially poignant. Their existence is threatened by shrinking territories, fierce competition from lions and hyenas, and the ever-present spectre of disease. Yet their survival depends on extraordinary cooperation and adaptability. The social bonds within a pack are among the strongest in the animal kingdom, with each member playing a vital role, whether hunting, guarding, or nurturing the young. Their communication is complex, their strategies ever-evolving, and their resilience remarkable. The future of the wild dog is uncertain, shaped by the shifting dynamics of the ecosystem and the relentless pressures of survival. Their fate is intertwined with the health of the savannah itself, and their continued existence is a testament to the power of unity, adaptability, and the will to survive against all odds. The unending struggle for survival is not merely a tale of hardship, it is a celebration of life's tenacity. Every creature, no matter how small or endangered, plays a vital role in the world's most ancient and ongoing drama. The wild dog's journey is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all life and the extraordinary lengths to which nature will go to persist. As the sun sets over the endless plains, the wild dogs and their neighbours continue their eternal dance, a testament to the beauty, complexity and resilience of life itself. In this vast, untamed world, the struggle for survival never ends, but neither does the hope that each new dawn brings. Across the vast and untamed African savannah, the African wild dog, also known as Lycaon pictus, moves with a grace and purpose honed by millennia of evolution. These remarkable canids are perfectly adapted to the intricate tapestry of their environment, each aspect of their existence shaped by the rhythms and challenges of the wild. For centuries, wild dogs have traversed immense territories, their lives unfolding in the open plains, woodlands, and dense thickets of sub-Saharan Africa. Their social structure is among the most sophisticated in the animal kingdom, with packs led by an alpha pair and every member playing a vital role in the group's survival. Wild dogs are highly mobile, covering distances of up to 50 kilometers in a single day as they navigate the diverse landscapes of their home. They move with remarkable coordination, using visual signals and vocalizations to maintain cohesion and communicate complex information across the pack. Their hunting strategy is a marvel of cooperation and endurance. Wild dogs rely on teamwork, speed and stamina to pursue prey such as impala, gazelle and wildebeest. The hunt is a finely tuned ballet, with each dog assuming a specific role: flankers, chasers and interceptors, ensuring the highest chance of success. Once a kill is made, the entire pack, adults and pups alike, gathers to feed. Wild dogs are unique among large predators in their willingness to share food, with adults regurgitating meat for the young and for those unable to join the hunt. The den is the heart of the wild dog's world. Here pups are born and raised under the watchful eyes of the entire pack. Social bonds are reinforced through grooming, play and close physical contact, creating a sense of unity and mutual support that is essential for survival. Vigilance is a constant necessity. Wild dogs must remain alert to the presence of lions, hyenas and other predators that threaten both adults and vulnerable pups. Their acute senses and rapid response to danger are key to their continued existence in a landscape filled with hazards. The environment itself presents formidable challenges. Rivers, rocky outcrops and dense bush test the wild dog's agility and resilience. Seasonal changes bring periods of abundance and scarcity, demanding adaptability and resourcefulness from every member of the pack. Water is a precious resource, and wild dogs must travel great distances to find reliable sources. During the heat of the day, they seek shade and rest, conserving energy for the evening's activities. When storms sweep across the savannah, the pack huddles together for warmth and protection. The wild dog's world is shared with a multitude of other species. Their presence influences the behavior of prey and scavengers alike, shaping the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Every movement, every hunt, every interaction ripples through the web of life that sustains the savannah. As dawn breaks, the pack greets the new day with a chorus of haunting calls reaffirming their bonds and marking their territory. These vocalizations carry for kilometers, a testament to the wild dog's enduring presence in the African wilderness. The next generation is nurtured with care and patience. Pups learn vital skills through observation and participation, guided by the experience of older pack members. This transfer of knowledge ensures the continuity of the pack's traditions and survival strategies. Territorial disputes and encounters with rival predators are inevitable. Wild dogs rely on unity and courage to defend their home, often facing adversaries much larger and more powerful than themselves. Injuries and illness are met with remarkable resilience. The pack supports injured members, allowing them time to heal and reintegrate, a testament to the strength of their social bonds. The journey of the wild dog is one of constant movement and adaptation. Their ability to traverse vast distances and overcome obstacles is a reflection of their extraordinary endurance and intelligence. Every day brings new challenges and opportunities. The wild dog's keen awareness and silent communication allow them to navigate the ever-changing landscape with precision and grace. Exploration is vital to their survival. Packs regularly investigate new areas, mark boundaries, and adapt to shifting conditions, ensuring access to prey and safe denning sites. The heart of the wild dog's existence lies in its social bonds. Play, affection and cooperation are woven into the fabric of daily life, strengthening the unity that is essential for overcoming adversity. Every thriving pack is a testament to the power of cooperation and the resilience of life in the wild. Their synchronized movements and shared triumphs are a celebration of the natural world's complexity and beauty. The story of the wild dog is written in the tracks they leave across the savannah, a legacy of endurance, adaptability, and the unbreakable spirit of the wild. By thriving in harmony with their environment, wild dogs play a crucial role in maintaining the health and diversity of the ecosystems they inhabit. The fate of the wild dog is a reflection of the wild itself, resilient, interconnected, and ever-evolving. Their continued presence is a living testament to the enduring wonders of the African wilderness. Beneath the strikingly patterned coats and boundless energy of the African wild dog lies a world of extraordinary complexity. A secret language that binds the pack together, orchestrating their every move and ensuring their survival in the unforgiving wilds of Africa. This language is not merely a collection of sounds, but a sophisticated system of vocal, visual and chemical signals, each meticulously crafted by evolution to serve the needs of the pack. Communication is the very heartbeat of wild dog society, an invisible, ever-present thread that connects every individual, from the dominant alpha pair to the most vulnerable pups. Through this intricate web, information flows seamlessly, allowing the pack to function as a single unified organism. The wild dog's vocal repertoire is astonishingly rich. Their calls echo across the savannah, forming a complex symphony that conveys a vast array of messages. Each vocalization is tailored to a specific context, ensuring that the right information reaches the right ears at precisely the right moment. High-pitched twittering calls, sharp and urgent, ripple through the group as excitement builds before a hunt. These sounds serve as a rallying cry, synchronizing the pack's energy and focus, transforming a collection of individuals into a coordinated hunting machine. After a high-speed chase, when the pack is scattered across the plains, a chorus of yips and squeaks rings out. These distinctive calls act as beacons, guiding separated members back together, ensuring that no one is left vulnerable or alone. In moments of danger, a deep, resonant hoo call reverberates through the air. This low-frequency sound travels great distances, alerting the entire pack to threats and summoning them for a rapid collective response. The urgency and gravity of this call are unmistakable, prompting immediate action. Scientists have catalogued over a dozen distinct vocalizations, each with its own unique structure and purpose. From the gentle whines of greeting rituals to the sharp barks of alarm, every sound is a vital thread in the tapestry of pack life. Yet the language of the wild dog extends far beyond the realm of sound. Their bodies are equally eloquent, capable of conveying subtle and complex messages without a single utterance. Every movement, every shift in posture is laden with meaning. A wild dog's stance, the angle of its head, the position of its tail, all serve as visual signals, instantly understood by the rest of the pack. A lowered head and gently wagging tail signal submission and respect, diffusing tension and maintaining harmony within the group. Conversely, an erect posture and raised tail assert dominance, establishing the social hierarchy that underpins pack stability. During the hunt, communication becomes a silent ballet. Rapid glances, subtle shifts in direction, and perfectly timed movements allow the pack to fan out, encircle prey, and execute complex strategies with breathtaking precision, all without a single sound. Even play is a form of communication. Play bows, gentle nips, and mock chases are not mere frivolity. They are essential tools for teaching young dogs the rules of social interaction and the skills they will need to thrive as adults. Scent, too, is a powerful language in the wild dog's arsenal. Through an intricate system of olfactory signals, the pack shares information that is invisible and inaudible to the human observer. Each pack creates a unique olfactory signature by scent marking their territory. This communal activity not only delineates boundaries, but also reinforces the unity and identity of the group. By rubbing against grass, rocks, and even one another, wild dogs leave behind a complex chemical roadmap. These scent marks broadcast their presence to neighbouring packs and serve as constant reminders of territorial limits. On an individual level, scent conveys identity, reproductive status, and emotional state. A single sniff can reveal whether a pack member is ready to breed, is stressed, or is in need of comfort. Subtle cues that shape every interaction and decision within the group. This elaborate web of communication, vocal, visual, and chemical, is the foundation of the wild dog's legendary teamwork. It allows the pack to operate with a level of coordination and empathy that is rare in the animal kingdom. Through this language, wild dogs are able to hunt prey many times their own size, care for injured or sick members, and nurture the next generation in a world fraught with danger and uncertainty. The wild dog's voice, whether sung in haunting howls, shown in a flick of the tail, or carried on the wind as scent, is a living testament to the power of connection and cooperation. It is this unity, forged and maintained through constant, nuanced communication, that has enabled the wild dog to endure and flourish in some of Africa's harshest and most unpredictable landscapes. For those who observe closely, the wild dogs of the savannah reveal not only the science of survival, but the profound art of community, a living language that is as beautiful as it is essential. Deep within the labyrinthine thickets and rocky outcrops of the African savannah, a remarkable event unfolds with the changing of the seasons, the birth of a new generation of African wild dogs. This moment marks the beginning of an intricate and highly coordinated process, one that is essential for the survival of this endangered species. The newborn pups, tiny and blind, arrive in litters that can range from 6 to 16 individuals. Each pup is utterly dependent, unable to see or regulate its own body temperature, and entirely reliant on the warmth and protection of the den and the care of the pack. The arrival of these vulnerable pups transforms the social dynamics of the entire pack. Suddenly, every member's focus shifts toward nurturing, protecting, and educating the next generation. The pack's cohesion and survival now hinge on their collective ability to raise these young. At the heart of this process is the alpha female, typically the sole breeding mother in the group. Her status is not just a matter of dominance, but of experience and genetic fitness, ensuring the healthiest possible offspring for the pack. The alpha female meticulously selects a den site, often choosing a concealed location such as an abandoned aardvark burrow or a deep crevice in the earth. This den is carefully prepared to provide maximum security from predators and environmental extremes, becoming a fortress for the vulnerable pups. For the first 3 weeks of their lives, the pups remain hidden within the den. The alpha female rarely leaves their side, dedicating herself to nursing and keeping them warm. During this period, she is entirely dependent on the rest of the pack to bring her food, highlighting the deep interdependence that defines wild dog society. Raising pups is never a solitary endeavour. The entire pack, from the dominant pair to the youngest yearlings, becomes a unified force, each member playing a specific and vital role in the rearing process. The den is constantly surrounded by vigilant adults who act as sentinels, scanning for any sign of danger. Their presence deters would-be predators and reassures the alpha female, allowing her to focus on her maternal duties. Subordinate females, though unable to breed, serve as dedicated babysitters. They guard the den entrance, maintain order among the pups, and provide warmth and comfort when the mother is momentarily absent. Their contribution is indispensable, ensuring the pups' safety during the most vulnerable stage of their lives. The males, particularly the alpha male, assume the role of providers. After each hunt, they return to the den and regurgitate partially digested meat for the mother and her pups. This behaviour not only nourishes the young, but also strengthens the social bonds within the pack. Yearling siblings, themselves only recently weaned, are eager participants in the upbringing of the pups. Through gentle play, mock hunts and social interactions, they help teach the basics of pack life and hunting, laying the foundation for the pups' future roles. As the pups grow stronger and more curious, they begin to emerge from the den. Their first steps into the outside world are met with an outpouring of affection from the entire pack. Nuzzles, licks, and excited vocalizations reinforce their sense of belonging and security. Play is a critical component of their development. Through chasing, wrestling, and mock battles, the pups hone their coordination, strength, and social skills. These games are not mere entertainment, they are essential training for the challenges of adulthood. Older pack members actively guide these play sessions, demonstrating teamwork and strategy. By orchestrating coordinated games that mimic hunting scenarios, they instill the principles of cooperation and communication that are vital for the pack's survival. Discipline is gently but consistently enforced. Adults intervene when play becomes too rough or when a pup oversteps boundaries, using subtle cues such as a stern look or a soft nip to teach respect and reinforce the pack's social hierarchy. These corrections are crucial, as they help the pups understand their place within the group and the importance of order and cooperation. Such early lessons in discipline and social structure are the bedrock of a successful hunting team. Intimate moments of bonding, shared grooming, close contact, and synchronized movements further strengthen the ties between pack members. These interactions foster trust and communication, both of which are essential for the complex group hunts that define wild dog life. As the weeks progress, the den becomes a hive of activity. Pups grow bolder, exploring their surroundings under the watchful eyes of their elders, while the pack's daily routines revolve around their care and protection. The pack's movements become more deliberate and localized. Their territory temporarily shrinks, and every decision, from hunting routes to resting sites, is made with the well-being of the pups in mind. This unwavering commitment comes at great risk. Adult wild dogs will confront formidable predators, lions, hyenas and leopards, placing themselves in harm's way to defend the den and its precious occupants. Such acts of bravery are a testament to the pack's selflessness and unity. The strength of the pack lies in its unity. Every member, regardless of age or rank, is invested in the success of the next generation. This collective effort is the cornerstone of the wild dog's resilience in an unforgiving environment. Each pup represents not only the hope of its mother, but the shared legacy of the entire pack. Their survival is a testament to the power of cooperation and the depth of social bonds within the group. In the wild, the odds are often stacked against them. Predators, disease, and environmental challenges threaten the lives of both pups and adults. Yet it is the pack's unwavering dedication to its young that offers the greatest hope for the species' future. By pooling their resources, sharing responsibilities, and supporting even the smallest and weakest members, African wild dogs maximize the chances that their young will survive, thrive, and eventually take their place as leaders and hunters. Ultimately, the story of the African wild dog is one of family, of tireless sacrifice, seamless cooperation, and the enduring strength of community. It is through these bonds that the next generation is raised, ensuring the continued survival of one of Africa's most remarkable predators. Across the vast, ever-evolving landscapes of Africa, wild dogs, also known as painted wolves, are confronted by a formidable and unpredictable force, climate change. This new reality is reshaping every aspect of their existence, from the ground beneath their paws to the very air they breathe. As average temperatures climb and rainfall patterns become increasingly erratic, the savanna transforms in both subtle and dramatic ways. Grasses wither under relentless sun, waterholes evaporate, and the once familiar rhythms of the seasons become unpredictable. For wild dogs, these changes demand constant vigilance and adaptation. Migration, once a seasonal ritual, has become a necessity dictated by survival. Packs are compelled to travel greater distances and with increased frequency, seeking out the dwindling resources that sustain them. The search for water and prey now leads wild dogs across territories that were once reliable but have grown barren and inhospitable. The journey is fraught with risk, as the energy expended in travel must be carefully balanced against the uncertain rewards of the hunt. The migrations of prey species, such as wildebeest and antelope, have become increasingly erratic. Sudden droughts or unexpected floods disrupt their movements, making it more difficult for wild dogs to predict and intercept their quarry. In response, wild dogs have been forced to refine their hunting strategies. Packs must track herds across vast empty landscapes, sometimes enduring longer periods of hunger as they wait for the right moment to strike. The resilience and social cohesion of the pack become even more vital. Each member plays a crucial role, from scouting for distant prey to caring for the young and injured. Communication, through vocalizations, body language and scent, enables the pack to coordinate complex maneuvers and adapt to rapidly changing conditions. As the environment shifts, wild dogs demonstrate remarkable flexibility in their choice of habitat. They learn to navigate rocky outcrops, dense thickets, and even areas of temporary flooding, exploiting microhabitats that offer shade, water, or concealment. To cope with rising temperatures, packs increasingly adjust their activity patterns. Hunting and travel are concentrated during the cooler hours of dawn and dusk, while the heat of midday is spent resting in whatever shade can be found. Dietary flexibility becomes essential. When traditional prey is scarce, wild dogs turn to smaller mammals, birds, or even reptiles. Some packs have learned to exploit the shifting patterns of larger herbivores, adapting their tactics to new opportunities as they arise. Social bonds are reinforced through grooming, play, and cooperative care of pups. In times of scarcity, the pack's unity ensures that even the weakest members are supported, increasing the group's overall chances of survival. Packs display ingenuity in their approach to hunting and movement. They use tall grasses and natural cover to stalk prey, and are quick to learn the nuances of new terrain, whether it be rocky hillsides or flooded lowlands. Some packs specialize in hunting smaller, more abundant animals, while others persist in tracking the unpredictable migrations of larger herbivores. This diversity of strategies enhances the species' ability to weather environmental upheaval. The transmission of knowledge within the pack is vital. Older, experienced members teach the young not only how to hunt, but also how to read the subtle signs of a changing environment, shifts in wind, the scent of distant rain, or the calls of migrating birds. Every journey across the savannah is a test of adaptability. Wild dogs must constantly assess their surroundings, making split-second decisions that can mean the difference between feast and famine. Territorial boundaries shift as resources change. Packs use scent marking and vocalizations to communicate their presence, avoiding unnecessary conflict and maximizing their access to vital resources. Ultimately, the fate of the wild dog is bound to their extraordinary capacity for adaptation. Their survival hinges on a delicate balance between their innate resilience and the relentless pace of environmental change. By observing the wild dog's responses to a changing world, we gain profound insight into the interconnectedness of all life on the savannah. Their story is a testament to the power of adaptation, and a reminder of the intricate web that binds every creature to the fate of the land they call home. Across the vast and untamed African wilderness, certain wild dog hunts have become legendary, etched into the annals of natural history as the ultimate demonstrations of skill, coordination, and relentless determination. These moments, witnessed only by the savannah itself, reveal the wild dog's extraordinary prowess as a hunter, unmatched by any other predator in the region. At the break of dawn, a pack assembles with silent purpose. Each member is alert, their senses finely tuned to the subtlest movements in the grasslands, Communication is constant. Fleeting glances, ear flicks and tail signals pass between them, forging a unity of intent that is the foundation of their legendary hunts. In one of the most celebrated hunts, a formidable adult kudu becomes the target. The kudu, towering and swift, is a challenge that few predators dare to face. Yet the wild dogs approach with calculated precision, undeterred by the size or strength of their quarry. The hunt begins with a silent, synchronized advance. The pack moves as one, each dog mirroring the other's movements, their bodies low and muscles coiled in anticipation. The tall grasses become their ally, concealing their approach as they close the distance with remarkable stealth. With practiced expertise, the dogs fan out, encircling the kudu. Their camouflage is nearly perfect, blending seamlessly into the golden landscape. Every step is measured, every position chosen to maximize their advantage and minimize risk. Suddenly, the chase erupts. The pack surges forward, operating with the precision of a single organism. Flanking runners drive the kudu toward a narrow ravine, while others anticipate its desperate attempts to escape, cutting off every possible route with flawless timing. The pursuit is relentless. Wild dogs are endurance specialists capable of maintaining a punishing pace over several kilometers. Their stamina is legendary, allowing them to outlast even the most resilient prey. Throughout the chase, communication remains constant. Subtle cues, an ear flick, a tail raised, a soft chirp, convey complex strategies in real time. Each member knows their role, adapting fluidly to the shifting dynamics of the hunt. As exhaustion overtakes the kudu, its stride falters. The lead dogs close in, their movements precise and controlled, never wasting energy or exposing themselves to unnecessary danger. The pack surrounds the prey with surgical accuracy. Rather than relying on brute force, they employ strategy and teamwork, each dog contributing to the final moments of the hunt. Each bite is deliberate, targeting the legs to immobilize the animal. This technique minimizes risk to the pack and ensures a swift, efficient conclusion to the hunt. Within minutes, the hunt is over. The pack stands over their hard-won prize, a living testament to the power of cooperation and collective intelligence. As dusk falls, another legendary hunt unfolds. The fading light transforms the savannah, but the wild dogs adapt seamlessly, their senses heightened in the low light. This time, the target is a herd of impala scattered across open ground. The challenge is different, but the pack's response is equally masterful. Instead of a direct pursuit, the pack splits into smaller teams. Some drive the impala toward a concealed ambush, while others lie in wait, ready to intercept fleeing prey with impeccable timing. The wild dog's ability to improvise is on full display. As the impala attempt to break free, the pack adapts instantly, shifting positions and tactics with seamless cooperation. Every member of the pack, from the experienced alpha to the youngest yearling, plays a vital role. Their social structure is egalitarian, with each individual contributing to the collective effort. This unique approach, blending athleticism, intelligence and equality, is the secret behind their legendary success. The wild dog's mind and body are perfectly attuned to the demands of the hunt. In these iconic moments, the wild dog's greatest weapon is revealed, not its teeth or speed, but its ability to function as a single harmonious unit. These legendary hunts, witnessed by the wilds of Africa and immortalized in the memory of the land, stand as enduring proof of the wild dog's place among nature's most formidable and intelligent hunters. Their legacy is written not just in the outcome of the hunt, but in the extraordinary process that defines them as true legends of the savannah. In the heart of the savannah, survival hinges on more than strength or speed. It is strategy that separates the successful from the rest. For the African wild dog, hunting is not just a matter of instinct, but a masterclass in coordination and tactical brilliance. Every hunt begins long before the first sprint, with the pack gathering in a silent council. Ears flick, eyes meet and tails sway in subtle signals, a complex language understood only by the initiated. Plans are set in motion without a single sound, as roles are assigned and routes are mapped out in the minds of each pack member. The first phase is the approach. Using the natural contours of the land, wild dogs move with ghost-like stealth, exploiting every shadow and dip to remain unseen. Scouts fan out ahead, reading the wind and scanning for the slightest sign of prey. The pack's formation is fluid, constantly adjusting to the shifting movements of the herd they target. Once the prey is identified, the pack unleashes its signature tactic, the relay chase. Instead of a chaotic rush, the hunt unfolds in stages. Fresh runners take the lead, setting a relentless pace that forces the prey into a state of exhaustion. As these runners tire, others seamlessly take their place, ensuring that the pressure never relents. This rotating pursuit is a marvel of endurance and timing, wearing down even the fastest antelope or the strongest zebra. But the wild dog's genius lies not just in the chase, but in their ability to anticipate. As the prey darts and weaves, the pack's flankers predict each move, positioning themselves to intercept and redirect, herding their quarry toward natural obstacles, thickets, gullies, or watercourses that limit escape. Communication remains constant throughout. High-pitched chirps, barely audible to larger animals, coordinate split-second decisions. A raised tail signals a change in direction. A sharp bark rallies the team for the final push. Each member trusts the others implicitly, acting both as individuals and as parts of a greater whole. As the hunt reaches its climax, the pack converges with surgical precision. The prey, now exhausted and cornered, faces a wall of coordinated attackers. Each dog targets a specific point, working together to bring down the quarry with minimal risk and maximum efficiency. In the aftermath, the pack's unity is reaffirmed. The spoils of the hunt are shared, and the bonds of kinship are strengthened by another successful demonstration of their collective prowess. This is the art of the hunt. A symphony of strategy, communication, and trust. For the wild dog, every pursuit is more than a means of survival. It is a testament to the power of cooperation, and a living illustration of nature's most intricate teamwork. As the blazing sun dips below the horizon, the savannah transforms. Shadows stretch long across the golden grasses, and a hush settles over the land. But for the African wild dogs, the onset of night marks not an end but a new beginning. Under the cover of darkness, the pack becomes a different entity, more cautious, more attuned, their senses heightened by the absence of light. Ears pivot to the slightest rustle, noses twitch at faint scents carried on the cooling breeze. The world becomes a tapestry of sound and smell, woven with the nocturnal rhythms of the wild. With moonlight glinting off their mottled coats, the dogs move with an ethereal grace. They melt into the landscape, navigating by memory and instinct. The air is alive with the calls of distant hyenas and the deep-throated roars of lions, but the wild dogs remain undeterred. Night is their ally, a cloak that conceals their movements from both prey and rival predators. The pack communicates in near silence, relying on subtle cues. Brushes of fur, gentle nudges, the barely perceptible flick of a tail. Together they ghost through the grasslands, eyes reflecting the faintest starlight. In the darkness their unity is even more pronounced. Every step is measured, every decision shared. Hunting after dark demands adaptation. Prey animals, already weary from the day, are more alert to danger. The pack must be patient, waiting for just the right moment to strike. Sometimes they pause by a waterhole, watching as herds gather for a final drink. Other times they trail quietly behind a lone impala, careful not to betray their presence. When the time comes, the chase is swift and silent. The wild dog's endurance is undiminished by the night. Their legs carry them effortlessly over the terrain, their strategy as precise as ever. A flash of movement, a sudden burst of speed, and the savannah erupts in a brief controlled chaos. The outcome, as always, is determined by teamwork and trust. As dawn approaches and the first light touches the land, the pack regroups. They rest together in a hidden hollow, safe and satisfied, their bellies full and their bonds unbroken. Night has tested them, but also offered its rewards. For the wild dogs, the savannah is never truly asleep. In the darkness, they reveal another facet of their extraordinary existence, resilient, resourceful, and forever united beneath the endless African sky. As the first rays of dawn paint the savannah in soft gold, the African wild dog pack gathers in the cool morning air. At the centre of this intricate social web stands the alpha pair, a male and female whose leadership shapes every aspect of the pack's life. Unlike the rigid hierarchies of some predators, wild dog leadership is founded on cooperation, respect, and the unspoken bonds of kinship. The alphas are not tyrants, but guides. Their authority is earned through wisdom, experience, and a deep understanding of the pack's needs. The alpha female, often the oldest and most experienced, leads the pack during hunts, her decisions quick and calculated. With a flick of her tail or a low, encouraging whine, she signals the start of a chase, the direction to take or the moment to regroup. The alpha male supports her, maintaining order and cohesion, ensuring that no member is left behind. When disputes arise over food, resting spots, or the rough-and-tumble play of the young, it is the alphas who mediate with gentle but firm gestures. A muzzle touch, a calming posture, or a soft vocalization is all it takes to restore peace. Through these subtle interactions, the alphas reinforce unity and trust, setting the tone for the entire pack. Reproduction is another privilege of the alpha pair. While others may help rear the pups, only the alphas breed, ensuring the survival of their strongest genes. Yet their leadership extends beyond biology. When danger looms, a prowling lion in the distance, a sudden stampede of buffalo, the pack looks to the alphas for guidance. Their calm resolve reassures the youngest members and rallies the adults to action. Even in moments of rest, the alphas are ever watchful. They patrol the edges of the sleeping group, ears attuned to every sound, eyes scanning for threats. Their presence is a constant source of stability, a living reminder of the pack's shared purpose. In the world of the African wild dog, leadership is not about dominance, but about service. The alphas lead by example, their every decision shaped by the needs of the group. Through their guidance, the pack thrives, united, resilient, and ever adaptable to the challenges of the wild. Beneath the vast African sky, the role of the alpha is both a privilege and a burden. But for the wild dogs, it is the foundation upon which their extraordinary society is built, a testament to the power of leadership, loyalty, and the enduring strength of the pack. Survival in the African wilderness demands more than strength or speed alone. It requires a suite of remarkable adaptations, honed over millennia by the relentless pressures of nature. The African wild dog is a masterpiece of evolution, its very anatomy and behaviour tailored to the unforgiving rhythms of the savannah. At first glance, their lean, muscular bodies hint at their primary advantage, endurance. Unlike many predators that rely on short bursts of speed, wild dogs are built for the long chase. Their elongated limbs and lightweight frames allow them to cover vast distances, sometimes running for kilometres without tiring. This stamina is matched only by their powerful hearts and efficient lungs, pumping oxygen with every stride as the pack pursues its quarry. But speed and stamina are only part of the story. A wild dog's senses are finely tuned to the world around it. Their large, rounded ears serve as sensitive radar dishes, swiveling independently to capture the faintest rustle of prey or the distant call of a rival pack. Their keen eyesight allows them to track movement across the open plains, while their acute sense of smell helps them detect both danger and opportunity on the wind. Social adaptations are equally vital. Communication within the pack is a complex ballet of vocalizations, body language and scent marking, a silent language that coordinates hunts, signals alarm and reinforces bonds. Each member knows its role, guided by instinct and experience, transforming the chaos of pursuit into a synchronized dance. Even their coats, a patchwork of mottled browns, blacks and whites, serve a purpose. This unique patterning provides camouflage in the dappled light of the bush, breaking up their outline and allowing them to move unseen as they stalk their prey or avoid larger predators. Their jaws are specialized for efficiency, designed to tear quickly through flesh and minimize time spent at a kill, a crucial advantage when scavengers and competitors lurk nearby. Their teeth are sharp and robust, capable of processing bone and sinew, ensuring that little is wasted. In times of scarcity, wild dogs adapt their diet and hunting strategies, targeting smaller prey or scavenging when necessary. Their remarkable flexibility keeps them one step ahead of hunger, even as the seasons shift and the landscape transforms. In every aspect of their lives, African wild dogs exemplify the science of survival. Through physical prowess, sensory acuity, and intricate social structures, they have carved out a niche in one of the world's most challenging environments. Here, adaptation is not just a trait, it is the key to endurance, resilience, and the ongoing story of life on the savannah. As dawn breaks over the savannah, a chorus of sounds rises with the golden light. Among them, the distinctive calls of the African wild dog echo across the plains, a language as complex and nuanced as the animals themselves. Communication is the lifeblood of the pack, a web of signals that binds individuals together and orchestrates every aspect of their cooperative lives. Wild dogs possess a surprisingly rich vocal repertoire. Their most iconic sound is the hoo call, a haunting owl-like note that carries for kilometers through the early morning haze. This long-distance call acts as a beacon, helping to reunite scattered pack members after a hunt or during travel across vast territories. It is a call of belonging, a reminder that no dog is ever truly alone on the open plains. Within the pack, a different symphony unfolds. Short, twittering whines signal excitement or anticipation, especially as the group prepares for a hunt. These high-pitched notes ripple through the pack, building energy and synchronizing movements. Chirps, yips, and squeaks punctuate moments of play, reinforcing bonds and teaching the young vital social skills. During hunts, communication shifts to a lower register. Subtle growls and grunts coordinate the chase, allowing the pack to adjust strategies on the fly. These sounds, barely audible above the pounding of feet, are critical for maintaining cohesion when every second counts. A sharp bark may alert the pack to sudden danger, while a low whimper can signal submission or appeasement within the social hierarchy. Scent and body language intertwine seamlessly with vocal cues. Raised tails, flattened ears, and playful bows amplify the meaning behind each sound, creating a multi-layered system of communication that is both efficient and expressive. Even the youngest pups learn to interpret this language, mimicking calls and gestures as they grow into their roles within the pack. Through vocalizations, wild dogs share more than information. They share emotion, intent, and identity. Each call, each note, is an expression of the pack's unity and resilience. In a world where survival depends on cooperation, the call of the wild dog is more than a sound. It is the heartbeat of the savannah, echoing the timeless story of life in the wild. Across the vast open savannah, the African wild dog is rarely alone. The landscape is a tapestry woven with the lives of many apex predators, each with their own strategies, strengths and territories. For the wild dog, every day is shaped not only by the hunt, but by encounters with these formidable neighbours. The spotted hyena, with its bone-crushing jaws and relentless pack mentality, is both a rival and a shadow. When wild dogs bring down prey, hyenas are never far behind, drawn by the commotion and the promise of an easy meal. Tense standoffs erupt as hyenas circle the wild dogs, their haunting laughter filling the air. Sometimes the wild dog's speed and unity are enough to keep the scavengers at bay. Other times sheer numbers tip the balance, and the pack is forced to relinquish its hard-earned prize. Cheetahs, the fastest hunters on the plains, are less direct competitors, but their paths often cross. Both species target similar prey, and while cheetahs rely on bursts of speed, wild dogs favour relentless endurance. Occasionally a wild dog pack will flush out antelope, inadvertently aiding a nearby cheetah. In these fleeting moments, the boundaries between rivalry and accidental alliance blur, each predator benefiting from the chaos of the hunt. Leopards, solitary and elusive, are seldom seen but often felt. Their kills are hoisted high into the branches, safe from the reach of wild dogs. Yet, a vigilant pack may discover a leopard's cache, forcing a silent, high-stakes battle of wits as the leopard weighs the risk of confrontation against the value of its meal. Even lions, the undisputed monarchs of the savannah, play a complex role in the wild dog's world. A lion's presence is a mortal threat, but also a signal. Where lions hunt prey abounds. Wild dogs must tread carefully, reading the signs, choosing moments to avoid or exploit the movements of their larger rivals. In this intricate web of competition and coexistence, the wild dog's greatest asset is adaptability. By reading the intentions of their neighbours through scent, sound and subtle cues, they navigate a landscape where alliances are fleeting and conflict is ever present. Here, survival is not just about strength or speed, but about understanding the unspoken rules of a world teeming with predators. As the sun sets and the savannah comes alive with the calls of the wild, the African wild dog moves through a realm shaped as much by its rivals as by its own relentless drive. In these encounters, the pack's unity is tested, its strategies refined, and its story forever intertwined with those who share its domain. Across Africa's ever-shifting landscapes, the African wild dog faces a new and unexpected challenge: the transformation of its natural world. As ancient territories shrink and familiar prey becomes scarce, some packs push into unfamiliar terrain, testing the limits of their adaptability in a bid for survival. In the dense woodlands and rugged escarpments, wild dogs move with cautious curiosity. The open savannas they once roamed freely are replaced by tangled undergrowth and rocky outcrops. Here, every step is a lesson in adaptation. Packs learn to hunt in silence, relying less on speed and more on stealth as they navigate the shadows of forests and the narrow corridors of mountain passes. The prey, too, is different. Instead of the vast herds of wildebeest and impala, the wild dogs encounter nimble bushbuck, fleet-footed duikers and elusive antelope that vanish at the slightest sound. The pack's hunting strategies evolve. Coordinated chases give way to carefully orchestrated ambushes, and the dog's legendary stamina is matched by newfound patience. Water is scarcer in these new domains, and the wild dogs become masters of the terrain, memorizing secret springs and hidden waterholes. Their keen senses pick up the faintest traces, an overturned leaf, the scent of dew on bark, guiding them to life-sustaining resources. In these new habitats, the wild dog's social bonds grow ever stronger. Each member relies on the others not just for the hunt, but for navigation, vigilance and comfort in the unfamiliar. The pack's unity becomes its compass, steering it through the unknown. As the wild dogs carve out a place in these emerging frontiers, their resilience and ingenuity shine. They become pioneers on the edge of the possible, rewriting the rules of survival with every step. For the painted wolves of Africa, the journey into new habitats is not just a test. It is the next chapter in their enduring story, a testament to their remarkable spirit and a promise that, wherever the wild persists, so too will they.